is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading, a reading from the book of Revelation chapter 14, verse 14 to 19. I, John, looked, and there was a white cloud, and sitting on the cloud one who looked like a son of man, with a gold crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Another angel came out of the temple, crying out in a loud voice to the one sitting on the cloud, "Use your sickle and reap the harvest, for the time to reap has come, because the earth's harvest is fully ripe." So the one who was sitting on the cloud swung his sickle over the earth, and the earth was harvested. Then another angel came out of the temple in heaven, who also had a sharp sickle. Then another angel came from the altar, who was in charge of the fire, and cried out in a loud voice to the one who had the sharp sickle, "Use your sharp sickle and cut the clusters from the earth's vines, for its grapes are ripe." So the angel swung his sickle over the earth and cut the earth's vintage. He threw it into the great winepress of God's fury. This is the word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 21, verses 5 to 11. While some people were speaking about how the temple was adorned with costly stones and votive offerings, Jesus said, "All that you see here, the days will come when there will not be left a stone upon another stone that will not be thrown down." Then they asked him, "Teacher, when will this happen? And what sign will there be when all these things are about to happen?" He answered, "See that you not be deceived, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and 'the time has come.' Do not follow them. When you hear of wars and insurrections, do not be terrified, for such things must happen first, but it will not immediately be the end." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be powerful earthquakes, famines, and plagues from place to place. And awesome sights and mighty sights will come from the sky." This is the gospel of the Lord.
Happy feast to all our dear choristers and all those who sing, because it is the feast of Saint Cecilia. My brothers and sisters, her life became a beautiful hymn, a beautiful song sung before the Lord. Her life became a song of praise. Today, the gospel is inviting you and me, my brothers and sisters, to become a living sign of the invisible God. God is not to be visible. He is not to be seen, my brothers and sisters. But if you can be one with Him, you can become a living sign. Look at, for example, Mother Teresa. For the people who were living in India, Calcutta, there was no sign of God. They did not know who Jesus was. They had no knowledge of God. They had no knowledge of the scriptures. Here comes a short woman wearing a blue-white sari, working for the Lord, entering into the gutters, helping the poor and the sick and the dying. And then she became an isolated sign of the invisible God. So much so, whoever sees Mother Teresa were able to also see the hidden face of Jesus. Same here, my brothers and sisters, when you think about St. John of the Cross and also St. Joseph Vaz, or take all these saints, end of the day, they became a living sign, a living sign. For 30 long years, here in Sri Lanka, we had no priests, no religious, no masses, no sacraments were celebrated. There was an empty season. Here we have St. Joseph. Yes, St. Joseph was entering into this piece of land, going to Jaffna as a farmer, and going to Sillale as a Hindu priest, going all over, and he became a living sign. My brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to become a sign. At home, yes, at home, if you can become a sign of Jesus, if you can become a sign of God's presence in your working place, others who are around may experience of having Jesus with them, the joy of Jesus' presence. Let us therefore pray that the good Lord may continue to inspire us to become a sign, a living sign. Amen.